人哦，屌他妈的！
快点啊！快点啊！
哎呀，这车已经靠到顶了，这个特斯拉。
Today's story takes us to South China, where communities across Guangxi have been dealing with an intense and unusually powerful rainstorm that began on Saturday. What started as a heavy downpour quickly turned into one of the most severe rainfall events the region has seen in years, breaking long-standing records and triggering flooding across multiple cities. Let's walk through what happened, how it unfolded, and what local authorities and residents are facing right now.
快点啊！快点啊！救命啊！
The storm system stretched across the northern, central, and coastal parts of Guangxi. Cities like Qinzhou, Fangchenggang, and the regional capital Nanning experienced the heaviest impact. These are areas used to seasonal rains, but this event was different. The rainfall came down fast, concentrated, and relentless.
牛逼牛逼牛逼牛逼，真爱牛逼牛逼，我靠！我服了，谁叫考试这样考的呀？
One of the most striking examples came from Longmengang Township in Qinzhou. In just 24 hours, more than 610 millimeters of rain fell. To put that into perspective, that's more than some places see in an entire rainy season. It was the highest total ever recorded there. And early Sunday morning, the town experienced nearly 190 millimeters of rain in a single hour. That shattered Guangxi's previous record for hourly rainfall. Meteorologists in the region warned that conditions like these bring a high chance of dangerous events such as flash floods, landslides, and serious waterlogging in both rural and urban areas. Their forecasts indicated that the worst rainfall would continue through Sunday night, then ease as Monday progresses. Lighter showers and scattered thunderstorms were expected afterward, but the damage from the weekend had already begun. Rivers across Guangxi also started rising. Hydrology teams reported that at least 3 major rivers were in flood condition. Water levels were expected to climb another 30 to 50 centimeters after already overflowing in some areas. On Friday, before the heaviest rain even arrived, authorities activated a Level 4 emergency response for hydrologic forecasting, anticipating the danger ahead. The impact on communities became clearer by Saturday evening. In Fangchenggang, water began pooling faster than it could drain. Several villages saw water levels creep into homes.
北湖真的成湖了呢，茫茫一片， Lớn trai giờ mấy ý hoàng à, nãy ý hoàng lại lao gì đâu bơ. Nè, thì...
Families rushed to protect their belongings as streets transformed into muddy streams. Videos captured parked cars submerged halfway up their doors and residents trying to wade to safety. As the rain band pushed east along the coast, Qinzhou and Beihai issued back-to-back red alerts for rainstorms, the highest level of warning in China's system. Some streets in these cities were under a meter of water. In Beihai, entire blocks looked like shallow lakes, with residents stranded in vehicles and rescue workers navigating flooded areas using inflatable boats. Nanning's Housing and Urban Rural Development Bureau raised its emergency response for urban flooding to the highest level. More than 660 emergency workers were deployed across the city. Their tasks included clearing drainage systems, guiding traffic away from flooded areas, and helping families evacuate from low-lying neighborhoods. By Sunday afternoon, the Regional Emergency Management Office released its first official estimate of the impact. More than 35,000 people across Guangxi had been affected by the storm. Over 550 residents were relocated urgently. Nanning and Qinzhou accounted for most of those evacuations, as both cities were hit repeatedly by intense rainfall bands. Footage shared online showed the scale of disruption. In one clip, vehicles were stuck on roads that looked more like rivers. In another, a resident broke a section of his house wall to let floodwater escape. Without doing that, the rising water inside had nowhere to go. The National Meteorological Center also stepped in, issuing an orange alert for rainstorms on Sunday morning. Their forecast warned that the heavy rainfall wouldn't stay confined to Guangxi. From Sunday afternoon to Monday afternoon, similar weather was expected in Guangdong, Fujian, Yunnan, and Hainan. For the southeastern coast of Guangxi and the southwestern coast of Guangdong, meteorologists predicted extremely heavy rain, with hourly totals reaching 250 to 300 millimeters. That amount of rain in such a short time almost guarantees severe flooding. Experts say this isn't happening in isolation. Ma Jun, director of the Institute of Public and Environmental Affairs in Beijing, explained that the flood season in southern China started more than a month earlier than usual this year. According to him, the rain band that soaked Nanning and Qinzhou through Saturday evening and into Sunday morning is gradually moving east. That puts the border areas between Guangxi and Guangdong at risk next, and potentially the Pearl River Delta after that. He urged local governments to take precautions before the system reaches them. Ma also pointed out the nature of this particular storm. Extremely heavy rainfall packed into a short time frame. When that happens, even well-developed drainage systems struggle to keep up. As cities flood, nearby mountainous areas face a higher chance of landslides and debris flows. He stressed the importance of preparing for those risks as well, especially in regions where soil is already saturated. Zhang Tao, chief forecaster at the National Meteorological Center, offered more insight into why this rainfall event has been so intense.
小区里面都挨淹了。
小区的里面，我们救援人员正在陆续往小区里面走，来开展救援工作。大家看，这个积水是非常的深啊。
According to him, the South China Sea monsoon strengthened and shifted northward. As it moved, it collided with dry and cold air over Jiangnan and parts of South China. That clash created the perfect conditions for widespread and powerful rain. The monsoon surge is slowly drifting eastward, which lines up with the pattern of heavy rainfall moving from Guangxi toward Guangdong. With the science explained, let's look at the human side of this event. In situations like these, behind every statistic are people dealing with real fear and uncertainty. Families in Qinzhou spent their Saturday night moving valuables to higher shelves, hoping the water wouldn't rise any further.
嗯，展开了积极的生产自救。你看，打开了堵点，这个水咻的下去了。
Shop owners in Fangchenggang watched water creep into their stores, knowing they might face expensive repairs once the rain finally stops. For many, the biggest challenge wasn't the volume of rainfall itself, but the speed at which it fell. When roads flood in minutes, evacuation becomes harder. Rescue teams in Nanning described going door to door in some areas, checking on elderly residents who couldn't leave on their own. Some families left their homes carrying whatever they could in plastic bags. Others waited on upper floors until emergency boats arrived.
哎呦我的妈呀
！13324，差不多。
太吓人了。
哎，涌过来了，慢点。哦，对，把我们的浪。
Authorities across Guangxi have asked residents to stay indoors, avoid low-lying areas, and not attempt to drive through flooded streets. Many of the rescues on Sunday were for people stranded in vehicles who underestimated water depth. As of now, the focus remains on safety, prevention, and early warning. Hydrology teams continue monitoring river levels along with dams and reservoirs. Emergency responders are stationed across cities that may see more rain overnight. Meteorologists continue to urge caution as the monsoon system pushes east. Events like this remind us how fragile cities can be when nature demands attention. At the same time, they also show the resilience of communities coming together. Volunteers in Nanning and Qinzhou helped distribute food and drinking water. Social media groups organized updates on safe routes. Even as residents struggled with flooding, many stepped in to help their neighbors. Before closing, it's worth highlighting that extreme weather events like this are becoming more frequent, especially across southern China.
跟开船一样。
救命啊！
Meteorologists and environmental experts stress the need for stronger flood control systems, improved drainage networks, and better, real-time communication. These upgrades can make a life-changing difference when storms strike with little warning. As Guangxi transitions from heavy rain to recovery mode, many families are hoping for a quick return to normal life. Cleanup will take time, and some areas will need days for the water to fully recede. But the coordinated response from local authorities, emergency teams, and residents shows a clear commitment to keeping people safe. If you're watching this from a region currently under rain alerts, take a moment to check your local forecast, avoid risky travel, and stay aware of emergency updates. Your safety and preparation can make all the difference when weather conditions change suddenly. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, look out for each other, and we'll keep you updated as more information comes in.